Well, welcome to the Pivot.
Thank you, man.
Chan, Freddie T, I'm RC. This is truly, for us, an honor just having an opportunity to follow who you are as a man and who you've become as an entertainer, but the father and all of the things that you've done that I don't think people get an opportunity to praise you for or hear from you about. So just thank you for continuing to show us daily that what you achieve doesn't have to change what your foundational premises and basis of life are.
Man, well, thank you for that, RC. I appreciate it. Good to see you, Fred. Good to see you, Channing. And, you know, I've been following you guys for a long time. You guys do a great job.
Appreciate
I love the setup. I love the show. I love how you guys interact not only with each other, but also with the guests. And what drew me probably almost 2 years ago. And I think I reached out to you. It might have been Fred, where I hit him up on the side and like, man, you guys are doing a great job. I started following you guys. And probably leaving comments, I think, too, as well. But you guys do such a great job of, first of all, making all the guests feel comfortable out of the gate because you've all been there. You know what the grind is like, what the hard work is like, what the ups of success in the game of football that we all love, what that brings, but you also know the pain of what happens as it starts to go down or failures start to come your way, again, in a game that we all love. Because I always feel like the game of football that we love, the hard work, the discipline and things like that, it transcends just the game. It's the stuff that's applicable to life. So everybody you guys bring on, from Shaq to Kevin, everybody, I always loved all these. And again, you make everybody feel comfortable because you've been there. And then you guys know this, right? Being in the public eye, a lot of times you could sit down with the media and wondering where they're going, what kind of agenda they have. You're still trying to be a professional and, you know, give a great interview. But it's different than this.
Appreciate that, man. Well, this show is presented by Old Spice, and they did it especially for you because the whole time coming up here, we were talking about self-confidence, and he was saying he's excited that there's finally another 10 on the set with him. He said so far, he said the only people that he felt a kinship with
we
aesthetically.
walked in somewhere together. You and A-Rod might compete with me.
In what way compete?
Like if the women have to choose.
Yes.
It's
gonna
be
it's hard.
1B. It's gonna be tough.
It's a hard choice.
Well, Chan, I must admit though, bro, you have gone up 5 notches to me now that you got the new teeth. Self-confidence, and as Old Spice says, smell-confidence sky high. But since they sent us something with a little 24-hour moisture for you, I'm thinking we can take care of these knuckles before we finish our conversation with The Rock. There you go, man. Get yourself together.
They put my sweat in this.
That's a sweat.
This is my sweat.
He's not short on touch.
But, you know, in talking about the things that we do get to see from you, especially just an overwhelming bit of positivity every day. And the things that you try to do, whether it's mental health and continuing to give people the motivation to be their best selves, in even watching The Young Rock, which is, what you said, a love letter to wrestling. You could see some of the ways you moved around. You know, your father being kicked out when he was 13, you living in different states by the time you were 13. I think it was like Hawaii, Nashville, Pennsylvania, all in 1 year. When you have that sort of upbringing and you as a family and a young man as yourself go through those sorts of adversities, how did you use those things to shape who you are now as a man?
Well, I try to these days keep those times in the forefront of my mind. I try to keep them close. And, you know, we've all been there. So we've all had our $7 moment. And when I was playing up in Calgary for the CFL, I was cut in October, sent home. And at that time, you know, I'd left the University of Miami. The guys who I was playing with at that time, Ray Lewis, Warren Sapp, they were lighting the world on fire. Their dreams were coming true. They were buying their mom's houses. And when I got cut from Canada that season, that was when I had $7 left. So we've all had those moments in $7, with $7. But what I found is, as I got a little luckier down the road of life and was able to achieve a thing or two, I started to apply gratitude. And I was always trying to apply gratitude anyway. You know, I've always been that way, I think, at my core, just trying to find the good in something. Because it's easy to get lost in the sludge of things, especially when things are down. So what I tried to do is try to keep all those times, the hard times, and keep them in the forefront of my mind. And then I also tried to realize, but this didn't happen right away, because I'd gone through 2, 3 bouts of depression over the course of years during that time. Like the football one for me was a big one. You know, you guys lived my dream of making it to the league, playing professional football, and achieving that pinnacle. So the biggest thing for me was trying to understand the reason why, and if it weren't this dream that I was so focused on, so determined on, I worked my ass off. Mom, look, I'm playing with myself. You're working hard, all you boys around you, some of them going to the league every year. My time is coming, and it doesn't happen. And the tidal wave of disappointment out of that was a rough for me. It wound up being, I always say, me playing in the NFL wound up being the best thing. Real life, play games like Morning Missile Crisis. Because it really helped shape and form who I am, as you were saying. So, you know, I could sit here today and tell you that how grateful I am that I didn't make it. And I could also tell you, I'll share this with you as a board, is that every draft, every year, I watch that draft because I remember it like it was yesterday. As you guys did, right? Where we were just sitting in the house waiting for the phone to ring. My phone didn't ring on that first day. And I was like, this is it. I picked up that phone, and I said hello. And I hear
teach your children a lot of good American values, but have you taught them how to have fun? For family entertainment that doesn't stop, head on over to the Starfish Resort and Casino in Las Venturas. You deserve this kind of fun. Water slides, shooting range, and the kids love the giggle zone.
Anyway, it's shaped me.
We've got the hottest gaming in town. Nobody offers you more gaming value, and you'll teach the kids some important life lessons about real capital.
Dad, I lost all my money.
Learn
so
a valuable lesson.
Son,
it's time for your first black.
And you're larger than life.
Yeah,
man.
God.
You know, I'm
Time
pretty
is
sure
meaningless in the land of
guys
tomorrow.
that
It's the Starfish Resort and Casino Hotel in Las Venturas. Mom can go all night on the one-armed bandits while the kids visit the Little Tykes pawn shop.
How'd you do, Charisse? I busted myself and sold a kidney. That's my girl.
Share the love with your family, the love of money, and the Starfish Resort and Casino has the best buffet in Las Venturas, featuring our world-famous bacon trough. The Starfish Resort and Casino. This kind of fun should be illegal.
And I've been there. Now, I totally been there.
Watch, no hands.
Just question one question.
There's a gritty new show this season on Weasel, where the law is the drama, and the drama is the law.
Your mother
What the hell did you go to law school
attempted
for?
suicide. Your mother, due to you guys being evicted up in Nashville. Those two different moments in terms of shaping
Catch it
your
Thursdays
life,
on Weasel
right?
before it catches you.
When they look at us, they see the outside. Looking at you,
I can't
it
get
just
this
seems
flour
like
out.
What's wrong
everything
now?
is just
I need
amazing.
something to get the flour out for
The
these little
inside,
tiny
how's
miniature
everything
pancakes.
now?
How about this?
Wow, a tiny
being
spoon. How
a
cute.
girl dad,
Where did
does
you get that?
help you
At Blotto's,
tap
of
into your
course.
vulnerability to
Blotto's.
deal with your
We've got
mental
all
health?
kinds of helpful
does,
accessories
yes.
for the kitchen. Cooking
Well,
something
thank you
up on
for
the road.
asking that,
Come
and
check
I
out
really
our portable
appreciate
kits
you
that
being
bakers
open on this.
love.
And again, one of
Blotto's.
the reasons
We
why
make
I
daily
love and
habits
respect the show
fun.
is you guys do go to those places.
What happens
And
when
you are
5
vulnerable.
eligible
You are, and it's
bachelors
important to be
welcome
that
a
way.
little girl
So the
into
first
their
time
lives?
the person
Hey,
hit me,
it's
I
my
was at
turn
the
in the
University of
bathroom.
Miami. I came in, falling out.
Five
Some of the young
uncles.
freshmen to play.
This
And at that time,
sitcom
we
with
were
a lot of
national
heart.
champions, defending national champions. I was playing behind Russell, Maryland.
Sleep in there, and we'll
As a
sleep
matter
in
of fact,
here.
I'll tell you the story.
Whatever. Is anyone something to smoke?
My defensive line
The
coach,
show
Coach
that
Bob
shows
Carmelo. I
family
had two
values
coaches,
exist
Bob
even in
Carmelo and Ed
unconventional
Oates.
families.
Oh, what are you guys doing in there?
By the way, you know
It's a
Patrick
brand
Riley?
new show taking hilarious comedy in a
He did,
whole new
right?
funny direction.
I don't get it. Why don't any of you guys have a steady girlfriend?
And they learn
So
some
he
lessons
told
about
me, he
life
goes,
and
hey, listen, I brought
love
me in his
along
office
the
and
way.
he told me,
Come on, guys. Group hug.
I'm an emotionally abused orphan.
We had some
Can I get in
balls
on
at
any
that
of these
time.
group
That's
hugs?
a crazy
No,
team.
you stupid bitch.
And I'll tell you what's going to happen.
Thursday nights on LSBC.
You're going to be the only freshman to play this year. You're going to give me 2 more
think
years,
you're
and
American,
then you're going to
but
fuck
do you
me in a
drink
supplemental.
American?
Is what he said. He said it jokingly. He's like, but I know
The
what's
forest
going to happen.
down.
Man, now, I played 2 years of organized football, and I'm down in the best school in the country. National champions, and my coach is telling me that's now. And this is it. This is my work.
Now I can
In
do it
2
without
years,
gaining
2.5 years, you start doing
thanks
the
to
math.
new log
My
of life.
parents have put us
Drink
out.
even more, gain less. Get some Locker Life Promise. And
I was in the middle
Guys for
school.
life. I didn't know
into the ground. My whole shoulder came out. I had that complete reconstruction done. But that sent me in a tailspin. And that hit me. And so my first bout of depression was down in Miami. I didn't want to go to school. I didn't want to leave. I left school. I didn't take any midterms. And I just left. But the interesting thing at that time is I just didn't know what it was. I didn't know what mental health was. I didn't know what depression was. I just knew I didn't want to be there. Wasn't going to any of the team meetings. Wasn't, participating in anything. I wasn't working out. And for us, just as athletes, just any kind of sweat and getting it in will help get that shit out of you. I couldn't do it because of my shoulder. So at that time, that was a tough one for me. And again, I didn't know what it was. Years later, I went through it again when I got a divorce. Didn't know what it was. Years later, around 2017 or so, went through a little bit. Really? But knew what it was at that time. And luckily at that time, I had some friends who I could lean on. Say, hey, I'm feeling a little wobbly now. I've got a little struggle happening. I'm seeing a little gray and not the blue. But to bring it all back around to your great question is, yes, the saving grace for me has really been my daughters. It's really, and being a girl dad. That's been the saving grace. Because you look at them and you realize, really this is what it's all about. And you look at the alternative too. How am I going to respond in this moment? Like, what's the best way that I can respond in this moment that's going to show them, not now, they're too young, but down the line, how I can help them. And this is how I responded to this moment. And hopefully this will help you guys too as well. So they've been the saving grace. You guys feel like that, right? Your kids as well?
Yeah, my daughter, I was running fast, running through Miami. My daughter slowed me down at 21. She made me a man quick.
And DJ, I don't know, your team calls you that, so I picked it up. You brought up friends and you talking about your physical physique, and you are a damn door. But as your friend, bro, you got a decision to make coming up this soon.
Tell me.
You can't keep that 50-year-old face on that 25-year-old body. You either got to upgrade the face or you got to show. I just, as your boy, man, it's just you walk in, I'm like,
face. What do you mean upgrade the face?
I don't know what they do. Pull the shit back, flip the shit down. I don't know what they do to it. But no, man, at your age, I'm 51 years old. How in the hell do you keep a 25-year-old body?
I'd love to train. I've always been a weight room guy. I've loved that, but also training for me, it really truly is my anchor. I love to get up early in the morning, hopefully before the girls wake up, before the babies get up, before the sun comes up. And it helps me level out my day. I think about my day and then I go train, get that sweat in. I train alone. You listen to what you want to listen to as loud as you want to listen to it. I could challenge myself because it's that old adage that we all know is you versus you. And so training for me is my anchor. I love training, and also it's just become my way of challenging myself every day. But also, I'll take you back. My old man, my dad was my hero growing up. And then as I got a little older, and I became a teenager, we started to have a real complicated relationship because you start to feel yourself as a man. And he feels himself as a man, and there's a lot of testosterone. He grew up one way. He would, like you said, Ryan, he was kicked out at 13. Quick story, it was Christmas. My dad's dad had died, I think a year earlier, and there was a new boyfriend in the mix. He came over, and they had their turkey, and he peed on the turkey. The boyfriend did. He got drunk and peed on the turkey. Wow. My dad was 13. They got in a fight. My dad took a toy gun and he drew a line in the dirt and said, if you cross that, I'm going to take this shovel and I'm going to kill you. And he was drunk. He crossed the line. My dad, at 13, grabbed the shovel, laid him out cold as a block of ice. Cops came. As he was out, the cops looked at my grandmother and said, when he gets up, one or two things are going to happen. Either he's going to kill him or he's going to kill him. One of them got to go. And my grandmother looked at my dad and said, you're out. At 13, so he's on his own.
I really enjoy
so his
drinking soda with a straw, but I want one in metal that won't corrode.
Yo, check this out. Here's a silver one.
Wow, a silver straw. Where did you
that
get
was my
that?
dad as I started coming into my own as a teenager. That capacity of love, that limited capacity.
Check out our oregano grinders. Lottos. We make daily habits
the thing
fun.
that always kept us together was him saying, come here, Johnny.
He's got a
come to the gym.
gun!
Now, even this is 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 years old. You can't work out. Sit your ass in the corner and watch. But come to the gym. And so the gym was introduced in my life when I was a kid, early, and it always meant something to me.
Let the worst happen to you.
It is vital that you protect yourself.